A quick video update for you all, and it's actually positive news from Rocket League for the first time in a while. Obviously, there's been a lot of negativity surrounding the Rocket League space concerning all the trade stuff and buy this, buy that, buy Lightning McQueen, everything else. All the ka-chows that I've been hearing in game have been insufferable. But this one actually is an in-game update that's coming that's actually pretty good. Kind of. There's some good, some bad. We'll take what we can get. Either way, if you guys haven't seen the announcement, Psyonix says, hey, we got some in-game menu changes coming. That are actually for the better, something that we've been waiting for and requesting for a long time. These are placeholder images. They're not official just yet, but it gives us an early look. But they're updating the play menu to make it a little bit more simplistic. This is the image we're talking about, but the cool thing about it is the new competitive tab will finally allow you to queue extra game modes as well as ranked game modes. We've been waiting for this since the OG days where the list was all on the side, where it was a bunch of little check marks that displayed your rank. We finally can go into the competitive tab. We can queue 1s, 2s, and snow day. Just kidding. No, we can't, because apparently they're changing that as well. If you guys don't know, by adding the different and combining the extra in the competitive game modes, that's great and all, but they are going to be alternating when you can play drop shot and when you can play snow day. So they decide to consolidate and say, hey, you can play 2s, 3s, etc. You can queue for 3v3 standard and hoops at the same time. Look at that. That's awesome. But because we're consolidating it, we've got to get rid of the playlist. So you can either play snow day or drop shot. You got to alternate. You can't do them both. I don't understand. I don't get it. Everything is like, this is a good change. It's not a big update, but it's a good update. And then they're like, just kidding. We're going to find a way to make you upset. While not as many people as you think play snow day and drop shot, I did see a lot of things on the timeline about how it'd be nice if they had a little bit more of an introduction. Dropshot hasn't had a new skin or an update to their map since it released way back in like 2017 or 2016, whatever it was. Just none of that. The other thing too is in the casual playlist, there is going to be a new arcade play mode, which is pretty dope, which allows you then in the casual card to play 2 new playlists. So the arcade playlist that'll be there will allow you to rotate through extra game modes like the Heat Seekers, the Spike Rushes, and Rocket Lab maps. We're finally getting the unique maps back in a regular rotation, which we've been asking for forever. You don't need to take them away. You don't need to make them a limited time mode. You don't need to only have them out for a couple of weeks. Just put them in a playlist, let people queue them as much as they want. Give us something a little bit different. I think it's going to help a lot. I think it's going to give some new or the free-to-play players something to be excited about. But at least allows them to test and see if people are going to use it. I think if anything, it gives them data on what is people's interests, what people are spending time on. And if you have tangible evidence, then you can use that in the further conversations of like, well, why'd you get rid of this? Well, only 2% of our entire play base did it. It wasn't worth the time and efforts. Also, alongside the new 4v4 playlist, they have a big party playlist, which I think is a better name for it. And they're bringing back Knockout. So for the thing that people haven't been able to play since it really released in that special game mode, Knockout is actually going to be coming back. So love to see that as well. Some good changes overall. Alongside that as well, they're going to be putting things in an offline and a private, and they're basically just adding a better like filter system into where you find stuff. So you have exhibition mode, the season mode, and workshop maps are now in offline. And while in offline, you can actually go and load another workshop map from within, which is great. You don't have to leave and come back. Private match card has both private and LAN options. Training, they're not touching, which they shouldn't. Training should be the most accessible and easy way to get into free play for in between queuing, which is great. And then just some other quality of life stuff that I talked about already. The other cool thing is when you're in a party, you can now see the rank, even if you're not the party leader. So the ability to see what your rank is when you are not there. Because right now, if you queue in a party, you can't. And it didn't make sense. So little quality of life stuff, a couple updates to the menus and stuff. But the one that people are frustrated about is definitely the alternate between drop shot and snow day, which feels kind of weird to get one or the other. Because I personally will never play snow day, and I love drop shot to death. I know some people are the complete opposite. If anything, we should just get rid of hoops. No, hoops mains out there are pissed, but I just don't like it. I think it's so weird that you don't start with 100 boost on the kickoff. I don't get it. Doesn't make any sense. Either way, outside of that, they do have some new things that they're planning for 2024 to give more influence over what you're doing, which I think is great. It looks like they are trying to put in some new elements and some new things. Fingers crossed. So I'll take any positive news I can get. They are looking for new ways to play, working on quality of life improvements, and they're working on stuff including smurfing, skill placement improvements, and things of that nature. So they're looking forward to the holiday season and say thanks as always. But I'm going to say thank you for tuning into the video, as that is a quick update for y'all. If you guys have any additional comments, questions, concerns, let me know down below. Like, subscribe, notifications so you don't miss out, and we'll see you in the next one.